An absolutely wonderful roundup of news in our worldwide Canna-Report this week. Colombia leads a charge at the UN. Morocco has a gigantic haul for their first legal crop. Zurich begins its experiments, and Canadian beer sales affected. I'm Lex Pelger. I do Canna Education for CV Sciences, the makers of these excellent plus CBD products. With CBD, THC, PEA, CBDA, CBN that can be shipped directly to you anywhere in the US. In Vienna, the UN is having their first international drug policy conference in 5 years. And the country of Colombia has led a charge of over 60 countries saying we must dismantle this drug policy. It has not been changed since the height of the war on drugs. The Colombian ambassador to the UN said, "This is a moment of reckoning for UN drug control. The price of failed drug policies has been too high, and political inertia here in Vienna is costing lives. It is time to transform the system, and we pledge to bring pragmatism to an environment marked by denial." UN watchers think this might be the beginning of a slow but tidal shift in UN drug policies. Next up, in the country of Morocco, with its lovely flag and its long history of hashish production, they had approved their medical cannabis program in 2021, and then in October of 2022, the first permits were sent out. Now the first harvest has been gathered, and it is 294 metric tons of cannabis. All of this was produced from just 3 provinces. Altogether, a harvest was made by 32 cooperatives that brought together 430 farmers covering 277 hectares in the northern Rif Mountains. That harvest is valued at $25 million, and they're looking at permits for next year to increase the number of farmers by triple or more. Hats off to Morocco for this historic harvest, and thanks for all of the stuff that I buy down by the river. In Switzerland, 6 cities have already authorized adult use cannabis trials, but now they've begun in the biggest city of Zurich, and it will include 7,500 people. The experimental setup is quite interesting. It will run for 5 years, and 2/3 of the people in the experiment will be allowed to buy their cannabis products from pharmacies. But the last third will just continue to buy it on the black market, and then they will be comparing and contrasting their physical and mental health to see if adult use sales are okay. To me, it seems like a bit of a strange way to do it and very cautious, but Switzerland is a very cautious country. Finally, in Canada, this very detailed study shows that there was a moderate drop in beer consumption after legalization of cannabis, though there wasn't a change to hard liquor sales. Beer sales experienced about a 3% drop due to legalization, which has the industry slightly worried. But as Taj Mahal sang, "Candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker. You can get all your liquor down in Costa Rica. Ain't nobody's business but my own, but my own."